The truth about Kael Dorin's most forbidden powers was hidden away, locked behind layers of secrecy and ancient warnings. These weren't just techniques of the Force, they were abilities that bent the very rules of reality. While the Jedi Council feared even the knowledge of such powers, Kael Dorin had mastered them through years of mystical discipline and unbearable sacrifice, forging a path that no other Jedi dared to walk. Chief among these secret techniques was temporal manipulation. Kael could slow time to a crawl, moving through the chaos of battle as if the world around him stood frozen. On rare occasions, he could even reverse time in a small area, undoing wounds or erasing mistakes for a fleeting heartbeat. Witnesses to his legendary stand against the 500 Sith described blades halted mid-air and fatal blows unraveling as if they had never happened. A living paradox in the midst of destruction. Even more controversial was Force resurrection. Where Sith twisted death through unnatural rituals, Kael's approach flowed from compassion and connection. He could reach through the veil, calling the departed back to their bodies with threads of golden light. But even he knew this was a power not to be wielded lightly. Unlike the Sith, who clung to power out of fear, Kael's resurrection was an act of pure love, temporary and only granted when the balance demanded it. Kael's ultimate achievement was reality weaving. This was the ability to impose his will directly onto matter and energy, reshaping the world at its most fundamental level. With a gesture, he could turn a deadly lightsaber strike into a harmless flash or transform poison into healing water. Reality itself seemed to flow around him, bending to the luminous tides of the Force. Yet these powers were not left behind as a legacy for any who sought them. The Jedi Council sealed the knowledge away, terrified that even the noblest Jedi might fall to corruption if they wielded such godlike abilities. In Kael's hands, they were tools for balance. In another's, they could become the seeds of catastrophe. Hidden deeper than any known holocron, however, was a prophecy, one the Council never dared reveal. The prophecy of the Prime's return. Ancient Jedi seers, peering through the mist of time, foresaw a moment when the galaxy would plunge into darkness so profound that only Kael Dorin could restore balance. Not as a memory, but as a force made manifest. The prophecy spoke, when darkness consumes light, when hope dies in the hearts of the faithful, when the Force itself cries out in anguish, the Prime shall walk among the living once more. Not in flesh, but in pure force made manifest, wielding power that transcends death itself. With every crisis, Kael's spirit has grown stronger instead of fading. The rise of the First Order, the return of ancient evils, the near destruction of the Jedi. Each event has amplified his presence. Across the galaxy, Force-sensitive beings have begun to dream of a luminous figure. Ancient temples are awakening, and energy never before recorded now pulses through the Force. The prophecy is clear. Kael's return is not to wage war, but to heal the fabric of the Force itself, to mend the wounds left by centuries of conflict, and to guide the galaxy toward a future it can scarcely imagine. But Kael's influence didn't end with his passing. It shaped the very destiny of the galaxy. The Chosen One prophecy, the story of Anakin Skywalker, owes its existence to Kael Dorin's far-seeing vision. As the Prime Jedi, Kael glimpsed the rise of Sith empires, the fall of great republics, and the desperate need for a being who could restore balance. Using his reality-bending abilities, he gently nudged the currents of fate, setting the conditions for Anakin's miraculous birth. The prophecy was not a mere prediction. It was Kael's plan, unfolding over millennia. He whispered guidance to Jedi seers, led Qui-Gon Jinn to Tatooine, and even influenced the winds of redemption on the Death Star. Every step, every fall and rise, was part of a design woven by the Prime Jedi, ensuring that even the darkest moments would serve the cause of ultimate balance. Yet not all of Kael's teachings vanished. In hidden enclaves and secret sanctuaries, a clandestine brotherhood endures, the Prime Guardians. These are the Jedi who learn directly from Kael's spirit, entrusted with techniques forbidden to the wider order. They operate in shadow, intervening only when the galaxy faces extinction. Their code is older than the Jedi Council's, rooted in Kael's original vision of harmony and wholeness. Prime Guardians wield the impossible, manipulating time, weaving reality, and harnessing powers that most Jedi believe are myth. Their lightsabers burn with white gold fire, channeling Kael's own energy. Throughout history, they have turned the tide of crises in secret, ensuring that hope survives when all else seems lost. All of this serves a greater purpose. Kael Dorin's ultimate plan is not the triumph of the Jedi or the defeat of the Sith. It is the evolution of the galaxy itself. He foresaw a time when the endless struggle between light and dark would give way to something new, when beings would move beyond war and conflict and learn to embody balance. In this future, every being could access the Force, not for domination, but for creation, healing, and exploration. Civilizations would transcend their limitations, and the very galaxy would become a conscious, harmonious organism. The cycle of conflict would end, replaced by an era of unity and growth. To those who can sense him now, Kael's message is clear. The time of choosing sides is ending. The age of balance is beginning. You who feel the Force stirring within you are not accidents. You are the next step in galactic evolution. Seek not to become Jedi or Sith, light or dark. Seek to become whole. Every act of compassion, every moment of wisdom, every choice to heal rather than harm, brings the galaxy closer to the transformation I have guided for 10,000 years. The Force flows through you not to make you powerful, but to make you whole. When enough beings achieve that wholeness, the galaxy itself will awaken to its true potential. I am not gone. I am the Force that connects all things. My knowledge, my power, my love are available to any who seek them with pure intent. The greatest adventure in galactic history is just beginning. Will you be part of it? Kael Dorin's legacy is not just a story of the past. It is the promise of a luminous future, waiting for those brave enough to embrace it.